Hi, I'm Kathleen.
And I'm Sean.
And you're listening to the Dead Baby Bear podcast.
Dead Baby Bear.
Ooh.
Long story. Spread that out.
Spread that out.
Spread it out like a senior's legs. Not that far. But far enough. Take your medicine and loosen your legs.
We did a crossover episode with the
We
Hunks
did do a crossover
from Winnipeg,
episode with
so
the
we'll air
Hunks.
that. It was fun.
It's sort of like if you put like all the characters from Friends in Schindler's List.
Oh, that's a record, man. That's a minute in of Holocaust.
Wow,
Okay.
1 minute until the
Boom,
Holocaust
boom.
starts.
Hello.
It's because it's so hot out today. It's on your
Yeah,
mind.
it's a Holocauster out there. It is pretty hot. It's plus 31
Yep.
in Edmonton.
In Edmonton, which is warm. for
Which is
Edmonton.
weird. So you just did the Grindstone
Yeah, we had the Grindstone
Festival.
Comedy Festival. Yeah.
Huge festival.
Humongous.
One of the biggest in the
One
world.
of the biggest in the world. You're right.
Top 3.
It's a little guy and it's fun. It was super fun. The comics that were there were like, it was like the perfect mix of comics, I think. Like it
Yeah,
just was
Garrett
like,
Jameson had a funny joke about his I just thought that was really funny about like this serial killer that cuts the tops of human skulls off and then uses them as soup bowls.
Yeah.
And he's like, and it's a terrible soup bowl because anybody can tell you that humans lose 80% of their heat through their head.
Garrett Jameson he was my favorite. Like I'm so and he was sort of like a last minute because somebody had to drop out and so we put him in. But like I had just seen him in Toronto, so it was just all at the top of my head just seeing him. But he's so funny. Like I don't want to do his best jokes because like my favorite joke that he has is about his uncle that has like a Peter Pan syndrome, and he's like, you know what that is? You know they won't grow up. So I went over to his house. I'm gonna butcher it. So if you're anybody's listening, Kathleen's butchering Garrett's joke, but he's like, I went over my uncle's house and there he was chasing his shadow around the living room, and then I looked again and I realized he was just hanging from the ceiling fan.
Oh, he was dead.
He's just so fun. I loved
Yeah.
it. I'm so happy. And I like the whole thing about that festival is I started it because I wanted to bring people that like are not always
Oh,
here.
you started it.
I fucking started it. They're not always in Edmonton or they're not booked for every single festival, but I think they keep getting overlooked for some weird reason. So yeah, I like.
Well, it's
I
funny
do
because
it.
we always complain about the gatekeepers in comedy, and it's like there's one gate and 3 keepers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not even really their fault. There's so many fucking people at the gate.
Yeah.
That they're like, I don't know, you're all good. Fuck off.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. Fucking leave me alone.
Yeah.
I'm just as good as him. Like, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe you are. I don't give a shit. I know that guy. He's nice. I bring him in all the time because we have a good time together.
Yeah. 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 I don't know. It's fun though. It's like, I don't know. I'll do it again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You will
Maybe
do it
you
again.
should get involved in your community, Sean.
I should give back. I should start a not-for-profit that's for profit.
Yeah.
That's what adulthood. If adulthood taught me anything, it's that not-for-profit doesn't mean that.
It's made me realize that people that work at not-for-profits aren't the generous, caring people that they pretend to be.
No.
They're actually quite bad.
Yeah, it's mostly just like, obviously this is for profit,
Yeah.
but we can shield you a little bit from taxation.
Yeah.
You can shield us a little bit. We all draw a salary. Everybody's happy.
I'm just going to start a church of comedy and then we won't even get taxes at all.
Oh, yes. And
I should
Jesus-
just start a company called Church of Comedy and say, I'm sorry, churches don't pay taxes.
Same thing as Christianity, except Jesus was crucified by his penis and balls.
Hey-yo.
A nail through his left ball. Ba 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 bow. That'd be a gross way to die.
Through the balls?
Yeah. Crucified by your penis and testicles.
Hung by your balls. I bet you that is a torture thing that has happened at some point. Someone was hung by their balls. I guarantee you.
Probably.
Or hung by their dick. Or maybe that's what's going to happen in the future when women finally take over.
They've already taken over.
No, we haven't.
Hasn't changed anything.
We have not taken over.
Not yet.
No, if we were...
Take your time. Gosh.
You'll
Ease
know,
into it.
You'll know when we've taken over because your balls will be hanging from the rafters.
I think girls will keep me around. They'll be like, he cleans.
Yeah. We will keep the ones that clean around.
He cleans up.
We'll keep the ones that are clean and non-threatening.
Yeah, clean, non-threatening. You know what I mean? This guy doesn't come off, he doesn't have a rape or consent vibe. He doesn't look like he's going to rape me or have consensual sex with anybody. He looks like one of those guys.
That's a good look for these days, though.
hybrid.
That's a good look. I was standing talking to some people at the festival, and this guy was like talking with his hands, and his hand like went like this, and it grazed my boob, and he was
Oh, boy.
He was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I did that." I'm like, "It's okay. Like, it was an accident." And he's like, "You just nowadays you can't do anything." And I was just like, but I mean, like, how on eggshells are some of these? But I'm thinking,
you can't graze
no,
a
he
tit.
didn't say it. He didn't say it like that. He was like, it's like you just never know who's gonna get mad at you. So I feel like he's probably been screamed at by girls before for accidentally bumping into him. So
or he's been afraid of that happening for a year.
Yeah. Oh, being Me Too'd?
Yeah, well, he's been afraid of like touching a girl and like, whoa, shit, did I? And then she's like, oh my God, that's disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's all it would take is for her to take it the other way.
Yeah.
And then you got a problem. Like, I heard what happened with you and Cindy. It was a graze. I grazed it. Sure.
It's like
what is this, a fucking Seinfeld episode?
I was going to say it's the Seinfeld, it's the picking nose bit, but for the new millennial.
It wasn't a grasp. It was a graze.
It was a graze.
It was more grasp.
I didn't grasp her by the pussy. I grazed it.
It was more graze than grasp, Your Honor. Did you intentionally touch her vagina?
Who was I talking to about the one thing about Me Too that I think it was Sophie Buttle. I was saying the one thing about Me Too that I loved that we don't have to deal with anymore is the creepy massage guy, the guy that comes up behind you and starts massaging you. And she's like, that's what I miss. But I'm like, that's like, I've noticed
that's what I miss most is the creepy massage.
Because it's like, oh, it's a nice massage. It feels kind of nice. And then you're like, oh, no, not from this guy.
Like, oh boy. Yeah, because you feel the hands and then you got to look back but you have to smile looking back.
Yeah.
Always. I've never, even if it's like a ghoul, you have to be like, you have to smile on your way back.
Yeah.
See, that's what women have it wrong. It's horrible that women have to do that. But they still do have to do that. We still do live in a world where a woman has to feel a massage behind her and then smile and turn.
And be like, who is this?
And then she can stop smiling when she sees. Yeah. Like she's allowed to be like, hey, get the fuck out of here.
But we also said that one thing that is still around is the waist grab.
Is that
when you're
still
like,
there?
well, walking behind you and you grab your waist.
Wait, there's a guy over there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird that still happens.
Waist touch, but massage is gone.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, although for my second date, with Adam, he took me to Number 5 Orange, a strip club in Vancouver, and he bought me a 3-song massage from this like lady who just went around and gave shoulder massages, and it was fucking amazing. It was amazing.
So they'll either do massage or a dance on your lap?
Well, she wasn't a dancer; she was purely massage, but they do have dancers.
God, wouldn't it be easier to just dance? Like maybe.
Well, probably it was probably a lot easier. Massaging is exhausting. I have friends
exhausting.
But she probably rakes it in, and that's like, why not have that at this place that I didn't want a lap dance, but I sure wanted a 3-song shoulder massage, and she did my scalp too. It was incredible.
Scalp massage.
It was incredible.
Oh, gross.
What are you fucking talking about? Gross.
They're not supposed to get out of here.
Do you not go get your hair cut?
Just but they have scissors. They're not.
They don't
reaching
wash your
into
hair?
my brain.
They don't wash your hair?
No, I don't do that. I don't do the fucking hair wash.
What the fuck? That's the best part of going to get your hair done.
No, it isn't.
Yes,
then
it
it's
is.
always too hot, and then you got to pretend it isn't too hot.
What?
Is that water too hot for you? And no.
No, I'm a man. I can handle
Yeah,
this.
no, I can handle. Nope, this is good.
Hey, can we tell the people your near-death experience?
My near-life experience.
Okay, sorry.
Closest to
Have you
living
found
of it.
religion since? Has anything changed since you nearly
I
died?
am Muslim. Surprise, surprise.
They've been protesting hijabs. Women in Iran today all took them off and be like, why are we wearing these? This isn't us. This is like the men telling us what to do. So
I'm happy to see that.
maybe men
That's so
should
dumb.
start wearing hijabs.
Maybe it's time for us to fucking.
I wonder if it will happen when the pendulum will swing and we're going to take over and then you guys are
We
gonna
do
be
need a
oppressed
female
one.
religion. I've said that for a long time.
Yeah.
We do need a girl-based religion.
We do.
Just to balance shit out a little bit. It's all bullshit.
Well,
right?
Wicca,
including that one.
Wiccans.
Yeah, or maybe.
Well, it's true.
Or Baha'i.
I know you laugh
guess.
at witches, but witches there are people that are truly like that is their religion.
Is it really?
Yes.
But then where do you go? Is there a heaven? Is there a witch heaven?
I don't know enough
Is there a big
to talk
coven?
on it.
Is there a big coven in the sky?
Probably. There's probably
Go up there with
something.
your broom and stuff.
But it's like does every religion have a heaven?
I think Judaism is the closest to being like, oh no, he's going to come back. The Messiah is not going to come back, and then we'll figure out.
We're just going to stay here.
And then we'll see what happens. We're the chosen people. Everybody's the fucking chosen people.
Yeah. Everyone is the chosen people.
Everybody's the fucking chosen ones.
Yeah.
Nobody's like, and then our Messiah will return and kill us and leave our enemies alive. It's always like they all burn in a field.
Oh my god.
And then we stand there laughing on a cliff. And then we eat chocolate bars with Jesus forever. It's always like they get to live on. It's always doom.
Yeah.
That's what I even hated about religion as a child, is it's so based in doom.
Doom and like scaring you into believing.
Yeah, like even your happiest story. What's the happiest thing that could happen in religion? Oh, the return of our Messiah, and it's just gonna be so nice to watch him execute all my enemies. Like, you don't want to hug him and talk to him and stuff. Like, no.
You know
what if he's a liberal?
Religious people are a lot like people that work at nonprofits, crazy and liars.
And drawing a salary. And drawing the world's quietest salary. There's nobody that works for a not-for-profit wants to talk about
how
that
much they're
guaranteed income that they pull in.
That's not a profit.
That's not why I do it.
That's just remuneration for my services.
That's just I'd have to pay it to anybody.
Yeah.
They make you tick the box when you fill out the paperwork.
Yeah. So
I mean, I could write a different name down, but why would I do that?
Every single person in your family gets a salary.
You get 30 grand. You get 20 grand. You're just transportation. You get 10. 10 grand for transportation. That's not bad.
That's pretty good.
No, not-for-profits. Yeah, I used to think like, oh my God, they work for a not-for-profit.
It makes it sound like they care about
dolphins.
Shit. Yeah.
Even when you go to like a zoo, right? Because I went to the San Diego Zoo. Like their marketing is amazing around everything being like a reclamation project. Like there was only one of these left.
Like there
was only one of these flightless, featherless shitbirds in the world, and then we made them fuck in a cage. And now there's 12 of them. And everybody's like, yeah! So they make like animals trapped into like, well, it's this or totally dead.
Well, especially the San Diego Zoo.
They really play that up. Of like, the San Diego Zoo.
They've always prided themselves on being like, we're more of like a habitat than a zoo.
Every time you buy a $19 hot dog, you're keeping a rhino alive. Yeah, they really play it up so that you feel like, I might as well buy that $90 hoodie because it goes to keep somebody's horn in their head.
I wonder what the San Diego Zoo says about SeaWorld, because they're in the same city and they're basically doing the same shit, but SeaWorld is getting the most negative
SeaWorld
press.
No longer breeds like orcas
in captivity.
And stuff. Yeah, they don't do any. They don't pool. There's no fuck pool down at SeaWorld.
What happened to the fuck pool?
What happened to the fuck pool at SeaWorld?
Did they pave it over, or what's happening?
That was my favorite pool to watch stuff in. It was like, filled with cum, and you're looking at them like it's Hubble's space telescope.
Watching whales
and then
fuck.
They take the cum out, and it's that new telescope.
But
the good one.
You don't only want to watch dolphins fuck, because dolphins are the only other mammal that fuck for fun.
Yeah.
So I wonder what dolphin foreplay is.
It doesn't look like much. It really doesn't.
Sean's like, just like human.
It doesn't look like nobody's laying a wet blanket out and having a picnic. It's just straight fucking, it looks like.
Yeah.
They're having a good time. But I was I almost spent as much time as a dolphin in the water too. Because I was at the ocean. I didn't really know. That's the thing about me, is I knew that waves were bad.
You didn't know the power of the ocean.
I didn't respect it. I guess I was like, I've always been a swimmer. Like I've always been on the swim team and shit. So I was like, yeah, I can swim, whatever. Like fucking. And I wasn't aware of like rip currents.
Yeah.
So I was aware of like,
tides.
that wave might take you under and pull you back a few feet. I wasn't aware of like an actual current going from shore out to the ocean.
Yeah.
So I was just sort of like laying, I was like I was like standing maybe up to my nipples or something.
Yeah.
The top of my nipples.
Yeah.
Right, like 80% above the nip, but not over the areola.
You were just kind of slowly dipping in and pulling out.
Yeah, I was just dipping in. And then like a couple waves came and I was like, oh, whatever. And then I like laid back, just laid on my back. And then I looked, and then a big wave came. And I was like, oh, fuck, here comes a stupid big wave.
Yeah. Whee!
And then that one hit me. And then I got up to the surface. And then I was like, I guess I better head in if the waves are getting that bad. And then I looked to the shore and I was like 40 feet out.
Yeah.
Farther out than I was before.
Yeah.
And I was like, why the fuck am I 40 feet farther out? And then there's another wave coming.
Yeah.
And, but I guess the waves don't really matter, right? It's the current. So like The other wave comes, crashes on me, and then I go up and start swimming again, and then I'm 60 feet out. Like now I'm getting farther out every time. So I'm like, well, this is bad.
Did you panic at any point?
I think there was a moment where I was like, I hope the lifeguard's not having lunch.
Yeah.
I hope the lifeguard wasn't like, Tower 2's dead, I'm going to go get a sub.
Yeah.
Because then I would have died. If
Yeah.
the guy in Tower 2 had gone to get Quiznos or
You would've been
Chipotle's or
dead.
something, I would have died. But yeah, that was like, it was waves. But yeah, I wasn't really, and they're like, oh yeah, there's a lot of rip currents around here. You got to be kind of careful.
Yeah.
Like, and I guess, but I mean, I guess I was saved by the fact that like, that's why there's so many fucking lifeguards.
Were
There's,
you
like,
waving?
lifeguards.
Because my
I
brother
waved
said,
briefly once.
because I
was
told my
just like,
brother
yeah.
your story last night, and he said, oh yeah, if you're drowning, you're not supposed to wave. You're supposed to put your hand in the air as a fist, so that they know that's the signal
Like
for
Jesse
I
Owens
need
or
help.
whatever. Yeah.
And righteous man.
Yeah. And
I'm righteously drowning.
also civil rights. Or I don't know. Fucking no. I think waving's fine because I don't think that they see a wave and go, "Hey, hi,
A panicked wave.
hey, yeah, a wave." I was just like, nah. I don't even have the energy for a wave. I'm just gonna try to.
So how did they see you?
Well, they just knew that I was out there.
The
'Cause, like, there
lifeguard
was-
knew?
Yeah, they just knew because they could see people out there, so then they can see. Oh shit! Looks like that fat guy's getting sucked into the ocean.
There's another tourist that swam in high school and thinks
Yeah,
he's an
like,
Olympic swimmer
there
still.
there goes Ronnie Butterfly, fucking getting dragged out.
There's
into
another expert swimmer that hasn't even done a lap in 25 years, but
yeah. This guy's like, where's the lanes? How come you don't have any buoys? I could really use a net.
Public swim still?
Yeah, like I'm
were you
gonna go in
scared
the
at
hot
all of
tub.
like sharks or anything?
Not sharks. No, I was afraid of drowning.
Okay.
I had an immediate concern and no other concerns.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's also tough because vacation death is the worst death.
Oh, it's so expensive for your family.
Vacation death is very expensive. Because usually, like, if you die, at your house, it's like heart attack, cancer, boring.
Yeah.
People aren't usually there. Vacation death is usually a spectator sport. Like, other people are watching, like,
Yeah.
whether it's hiking or ballooning or fucking,
And had
whatever.
had your kids gone to Disneyland yet?
No.
So if you died, you would have died, and your kids wouldn't have gone to go to Disneyland, or maybe they still would have gone.
They probably still would have.
You really think they'd?
I don't know what they would have done.
I don't
think
think
they would have.
I don't think they would've.
think so.
I don't think so, Sean. Dad died yesterday, but Disneyland's today.
All right, let's really hunker down and grieve for 4 days, and then get these fucking Disney tickets.
How did they save you?
Well, he just came out. Well, it was easy for him.
And who saved
'cause
you?
he
It
was
wasn't
in
Pamela Anderson?
Because the rip current will take you out like quite a ways and then stop.
Mm-hmm.
Like you won't just. And then so he was able to get out in a hurry because he could just like fucking fly out on the current.
Was he like a Baywatch babe?
He was like 16, like a child.
Oh, it was a child.
Yeah,
saved you.
I was saved by a child. These fucking kids nowadays are always coming out and saving old people who are stuck in water. So like, I don't really think I can do these kids nowadays stuff anymore. I don't think it'll fly.
Yeah,
because
well.
it's like I was saved by a kid.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, this guy when he's not on his phone, he's saving fat people. So it's not a bad hobby.
That's funny.
But yeah, so I got just. But there was probably 30 seconds of like, oh shit, like I'm getting dragged out.
Yeah.
And then you're swimming against it, and you're not going anywhere. You're going backwards.
Was your family watching from the shore?
Yeah, they were like, yeah, let's go ocean.
Oh, they were watching.
They were cheering for the ocean.
Oh my God.
No, but they were watching it, and then the lifeguard, luckily he was too. And then he just came out with like a floaty and
Yeah.
like put it around me like a big baby.
Oh my God.
And then we swam in together. But he was like, no, we can't swim this way, like because I was trying to swim just back in.
Swim
and he's like, no,
sideways.
you got to swim sideways,
Yeah.
200 meters, get out of the current,
Yeah.
and then as soon as we got out of it, it was like the waves. We just rode the waves in like
Yeah.
a normal human being.
Yeah.
But for like maybe 2 minutes, it was like getting sucked out and
Yeah.
having waves and stuff.
Yeah.
And you're like, huh. I wonder how people survive this. Is this a normal thing to survive?
16-year-olds come and bring them.
But then I think I looked at it later and it was like over 100 people die every year from that.
Probably.
Like at those beaches in
Yeah.
San Diego.
Yeah.
But that's why they have fucking lifeguards and helicopters everywhere.
Well, that's why because when I was in Cancun, I didn't see a lifeguard anywhere because it was a resort. But like they had signs everywhere. They're like, if you're being, something said if you're being pulled out,
Something
swim
about
sideways.
Spanish and death.
Swim side. But we were jumping in the waves, and there was a guy in front of me, and he turned around and looked at me, and he had like terror in his eyes. And I'm like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "No."
But yeah,
so
when
he's
you
like drowning in front of us, and one of the guys in our group grabbed him and pulled him.
I mean, when you see like Latino people speaking Spanish and loving Christ, you're like, well, colonialism worked like a fucking hot damn. Like, look at it. Like 98% of them are Christian.
Yeah.
And they all speak Spanish.
Yeah.
I'm like, that fucking worked.
Yeah.
You know, colonialism, people are like, fucking, but it worked like a charm over there.
Yeah.
They love Christ. They speak Spanish,
Yeah.
which is kind of bizarre, right?
And when you got in, what happened when you got into shore?
Because the first wave knocked my shorts off.
What?
So I had no shorts.
He was nude.
Because the first wave was, it was probably 10 feet over my head. The first wave that hit me was probably 10 feet over, crested like 10 feet over my head. So it wasn't like the wave just got over.
The ocean was literally
the tip.
undressing Sean and trying to rape him.
I was raped by water. Okay. So I think we have gone through some stuff. Next time you talk about your sexual assault, I'll be like,
I get you, girl.
I'll be like,
I have my story too.
Girlfriend.
I feel you.
Yeah, some fucking guy took my pants off without consent too. And I said no, and he kept pushing me closer. And then he gave me a weird massage.
Did you tell the lifeguard you were naked?
Did I tell the Oh, I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was like, because he was turned on. No. No, because he's like, I have to take you right out of the water. And I was like, well, no, not this. No, you're not. Because I have two options. I can either walk out of the water. Because like if you still have shorts on.
Yeah.
Then you can walk out of the water like, get that fucking flotation device off me, you
fine.
You dramatic fuck, and then like I'm fine, and then pretend you're all good. But if you're naked, you can't, because there's no dick smaller than ocean dick. And then like when you're dying, your body takes all the blood out of your penis to try to keep you alive for an extra 5 seconds.
So you had a tiny little wiener and you couldn't walk out being like, I'm fine. I'm a man.
I was just like, I'm gonna need my other shorts. So my family had to go get my other shorts were on the beach, so they had to go get my other shorts for me to get submerge dry shorts into the water and put them on.
Oh my God!
Because it was a big wave.
And how proud are your sons? How proud were they of you?
I don't know if they were proud at all,
but they loved you.
They were just like, "What the fuck were you doing out there?" Because kids think you're an idiot, right? So they thought I just fucking decided to swim. I was just like, fuck it. I'm going to go till I see a shark. Like, they thought I was just like, they thought I voluntarily went out 60 fucking feet.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get out here where the waves are huge.
Yeah, and jump around.
But yeah, I didn't know. And it's funny because mostly it was just such a lack of education. I was like, didn't even know rip currents existed.
It's
I was
true.
just like,
I think that they do need to, like, you need to be like you need to enter a beach and be like, have you been in the ocean before? No, you need to watch this 20-minute video.
And then the beach people were like, we can either like have all these places where they go and watch videos, or we can just have lifeguards. So when things fucking go off the rails, we go get them. We just go get them.
Yeah.
We let them do the thing where they're dumb, and then we go get them.
Get them.
And then they just on the
hope
beach,
that we
and
get
everybody's
there
on the beach, like, oh boy.
Was there a big crowd watching, or
no? The crowd hadn't formed yet.
Oh, that's
not
good.
really. I mean, I think the people that were there were like, oh boy, look out, look what happened over here. Look what's happening. And I'm sure that they're like 51% hoping you live and 49 like, it'd be kind of cool if he died.
That'd be a good TikTok.
Oh, it'd be such a cool TikTok if he died.
I bet you there's somebody that filmed this somewhere out there.
Probably.
Yeah.
I saw 3 videos of people at that beach who got sucked out by a rip current and were saved by lifeguards. Each one of them fat as fuck. Like, there was 3 people. They were each over 400 pounds. Oh. I got sucked out by a current of rip. But that lifeguard saved me. I'm sure the lifeguard went out there like, holy
here we
fuck,
go again. Thank God, bigger people.
I don't have enough device to float this fuck.
He's probably like happy that people are buoyant in water.
Running a little low on device.
And he had to swim out there, like they don't have like a little sea-doo that they hop on and.
No, he just had to swim on out there. I guess they don't take life that seriously.
Did you
They're
tip
just
him?
like,
Did you tip him?
what, with wet fives? Like, it was 2 soaked fives? No, I just like, get out of here, beat it. No, he had to jump into a Jeep and go and save another fat person.
Oh, good. So you didn't have to be like, thank you.
No, I think I said something like, if you hadn't come out there, I would have been fucked.
That's a good thank you.
Yeah. So, but then he was like, and then he had to leave. He was like, I got to go. There's another person.
There's another idiot drowning.
There's another dummy. Because they had 2 helicopters that are just up and down constantly.
I guarantee you, like, at the end of their shift, they go for a bear and they just talk about all the dumb tours that they
There's
have.
like, for sure they do.
This one guy was naked.
This guy's fucking flat naked. You get out there, this fucking guy, he's swimming against the fucking current.
Here?
I'm swimming straight back to sand. This guy's so dumb, he's swimming straight to sand. I'm going to the shore. Straight. This dummy's going straight to the shore.
Oh, my God.
So I took him on the normal detour. And we lived.
And so you were in America on
July the 4th.
Independence Day.
Yeah.
Were you ever in fear of your life?
No.
Due to
It's like,
gun
it's
violence?
California. So like when somebody has a MAGA hat and like a Go Brandon shirt and they're like full Trump, it looks Halloweenish.
Yeah.
Like at Disneyland, there was a few people dressed like that.
Yeah.
And they were like clearly tourists, like Second Amendment, like pride from my cold dead hands and like a MAGA hat and
Yeah.
a Go Brandon bracelet.
Yeah.
There was you'd
Bracelet.
see a few of those guys, but then everyone would be staring at them like, what the
fuck are
fucking,
you doing? Go to
what?
Disney World in Florida,
Like,
freak.
Jesus Christ, is that real? Like they were looking at him like, is that real or Kylo Ren?
That's so funny. Like that they probably, I'm gonna express myself, blah blah blah, and they don't realize that they're just like a freak show.
Yeah, like you're wearing like, oh fucking hate these goddamn you pride parades. Like, oh, you don't have to throw it in my face. Like,
Yeah.
you're the ultimate face thrower.
Yeah.
Look at you with your fucking flashy like Go Brandon. Like, yeah, okay, whatever, dude. So there was a few, but it's California, so
Yeah.
it's very like, you know.
What's
chill.
Independence Day like in the America?
Well, the first weird thing I did is I asked where I could see fireworks in Anaheim, and they were like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Fireworks? Like we're looking for a fireworks show?" And they're like, "What the fuck?" It was like 2 guys at this store, and they're like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Okay." Like I thought you guys liked fireworks down here, but then at about 7:30, fireworks are going off everywhere.
So it's just they're off everywhere.
Everywhere, every neighborhood. So it'd be like if Canada Day was like everybody on your block was like, okay, everybody's responsible for something.
Yeah.
Like you buy $200 worth of fireworks. The guy next, so
Yeah.
you just have a shitload of fireworks on a tarp.
Yeah.
And then you have 2 ladies with hoses, and they're just getting trees wet.
And the houses, just in case.
Yeah. And then the fastest kid is the one that lights it and runs away. But it was, so it was just like 2.5 hours of wall-to-wall fireworks. So just hear fireworks go off, and then the next thing would be a fire truck. And then an ambulance. So it'd be like fire trucks, ambulances, and then pop, 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 pop.
I always wondered, because there's always all these articles about people blowing their hands off on 4th of July, but I'm like, we never do that in Canada. But
Well, and it's also illegal. Like when I was there, they're like, did you guys, there was some guy at the pizza place who was like, and he's like, and look at this, he's like, the crazy thing is this isn't even legal. Like they're not even supposed to be having fireworks at all.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it made me realize like that is the difference between like Canadians and Americans. Like we are kind of rule followers by nature.
Yeah.
Like California is as liberal as, BC about anywhere.
Yeah.
But they're like, when it comes to fireworks, they're like, no, fuck you.
Do whatever you want.
We're doing fireworks.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you're not supposed to this year. You're supposed to do it down by the field at like eat shit.
Yeah.
Like what? Like
We do this every year.
Yeah, the most liberal state in the union, and they're still like, no, we're gonna light fireworks fucking everywhere.
Did you go to In-N-Out?
No,
Oh my God, really?
didn't do In-N-Out Burger. You can't. I mean, you get raped everywhere.
Yeah.
No, I mean now that I know, I'm allowed
Yeah,
to
you
say
should.
that
You
now.
should be. You. Yes, you are allowed to say that now. Now that you've been raped by Billy Ocean.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I know what it's like to be
Now you know what it's like to have your
violated.
pants taken off without
Yeah,
your permission.
exactly. You're like, oh my God, I'm naked and I might
I
die.
woke up. I came to, and the ocean was on top of me.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm naked, and that's the second worst thing that could happen. I could die naked. Like, we pulled him out. There he is. And they just have me on a hook.
Did you?
Everybody looking like, here he is. TikToks. It was just like nonstop burritos, tacos, fucking churros, everything over and over again. It was good.
Yeah.
Expensive. Yeah. It cost a lot of money. Disneyland was kind of, it's almost awesome.
Yeah.
The way they structure it, where they're like, hey, it's an extra $40 for the lightning pass. So and then everybody gets the lightning pass. So now there's no lightning pass.
Yeah, exactly. They need to just have, like, when I found out everybody could get one, I'm like, why don't you just do like a limited number a day? Like that.
They make it seem like it's a limited number, but there isn't.
It's not, because you're still standing in line for like at least an hour.
When you buy it, they're like, okay, yes, you can still get that.
Yeah.
But everybody gets it. And then you can only really book one ride in advance.
Yeah.
And then you have to, so it's kind of weird. Like you'll be like, okay, what's the next ride I can pre-book with my lightning pass? It's 2 hours from now. So I'll book it.
Yeah.
And now we've got 2 hours to kill. So now we might as well go and line up for another ride.
Yeah.
And then you line up for 2 other rides for an hour each.
Yeah.
Go on your pre-book time, and then you can book another one and then line up. So it's still, you still spend most of your day in a lineup.
Yeah.
No matter how you play it.
Yeah.
And then there's some rides that cost extra, like on top of your ticket price. Yeah, they're like, oh, not that ride. No, that's an extra. That's $80. Like the Star Wars one.
$80?
The Star Wars one was like an extra $20 per person.
What?
And there's 2 more like that we didn't go on. But the Star Wars one was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like it's for Star Wars people that don't like Star Wars. It's like
it wouldn't matter. Yeah.
You'd be like, this is the dumbest fucking shit.
Yeah.
Because like I was like, wow, it's Star Wars World. Like you go to the bathroom and you're like you press a button to get into to take a shit. The door.
You shit in the ride?
No. There's no. No. There's a sign for that. There's no shitting in the ride.
No shitting in the ride.
But it is funny to see like employees, like they're employees and they work at Disneyland and they make a fuck nothing. But they also have to dress as a stormtrooper or like an Imperial soldier.
Yeah.
So they have to be like, here, come over here, you rebel scum. Like they're trying to stay in character. Get over here and tell us all your secrets, you rebel scum. I'm like, you're not selling that hard enough. You are not selling that hard enough.
I paid $80 extra for this.
And then you just take like one step away from people and they're like, stay with your group. Stay with your group. They always say stay with your group. I think they have to say stay with your group. But no, some of them weren't really selling it hard enough.
Oh my God.
Cool ride though. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. California Disneyland is fun. Disneyland, like when you go, it's like it's fun.
Yeah, I mean if you go there as a penny pincher, like my dad couldn't go there.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
What?
$50 for some fries.
He would just walk around like what? His whole, even on Splash Mountain, his picture would be like, I can't. $80 for this fall. Everything would piss him off.
Yeah.
The price of everything.
Yeah.
So I really try not to be like, I try not to be that person that's like, I'm not even enjoying myself because that taco was more than it should have been.
Yeah.
Like,
you
that's a tough
have
one.
to know that going into Disneyland, you're going to pay extra for everything.
It's going to be insane.
It is going to be insane, but it's fun.
And then even like a hotel I went to, they were like, free internet. And I'm like, yeah, okay, free internet, thanks. Like, and they're like, for 2 devices.
Oh my God.
$10 for an additional device.
Are you serious?
Like, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was one. And I didn't complain, but I was just like, you have to be kidding.
That's insane.
Like, this is the ultimate fuck you.
Yeah.
Because who goes on a holiday like, okay, you log in on your phone, you log in on yours, and none of us
The rest
do.
of us are going to
We share phones. We share 2 phones.
Well,
you get a half an hour on it, and then I get it.
That's insane.
So yeah, there were some fuck over things. We went to La Jolla Cove, so you can like swim with sea lions and stuff.
Fun.
So that was kind of cool. Busy as shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's the worst weekend to go.
Oh, because
July the 4th.
Well, when you were going, I was like, why are you going on like that weekend? Like it seems like
it
a
just
weird
was like,
weekend
that's
to go.
the week we have off, and let's just do it.
Yeah.
Because there's always a reason to not do it.
Yeah.
There's always a reason to not go. So I'm like, oh, well, we should. It's like, fuck. There's always going to be some, good reason to not fucking go anywhere.
Yeah.
So we just went and did it. And, it was kind of cool. Like, the fireworks thing for hours from every angle, everywhere was crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, are we in, like, South Carolina? What the fuck? This is Anaheim, like one of the most progressive
For
cities
one
in
day out of the
California.
year, America becomes
They
full
lose their
America.
shit. They lose their
Everyone,
shit.
even the ones that are like not America, become America.
Yeah. And they really do go an extra bit crazier for like military, and
They
like,
do love the military. Yeah.
like San Diego, like we were at a Padres game, and they're
Well,
like,
it's a
keep
military
it going
town.
for Corporal Randy Tockett. And then he stands up, and everybody's like, Randy, like, you know, just an individual in the military,
Yeah.
you know, and they're like, yeah.
Yeah.
They just go nuts for the military, which is kind of, and just me and my kid looking at each other like, oh boy. Because that's the only rule I have with my kids is like, you're not going into the military.
Yeah.
You don't fight somebody else's fucking war.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's,
Let
it
them
doesn't,
send
it
their
depends what the
children.
war is,
Yeah.
obviously, but it would have to be like a they're coming here.
Yeah.
It would have to be a they're here war, you know?
Or aliens.
Or aliens.
Or
Now that we got that new telescope, we'll know more about when our death is going to be here. That's all we're going to find out from this new telescope is like, that alien ship is 10 years away. Oh, God. I wish we had Hubble, where it was just it's funny how, like, Hubble went from, like, what an amazing telescope to, like, get rid of that piece of shit. Throw that in the fucking
We've got
the wood
something
chipper.
better.
Oh, well. And you're going on tour, right? You got a big tour coming up.
No, I don't. I didn't go to California. I did go to PF Chang's though, because we have PF Chang's in Edmonton.
Oh, do we have PF Chang's?
Yeah, it opened this week, and we
What do they sell there?
Chinese food.
Ah.
But it's really good. It is. But we stupidly went like the week that it opened. So we get this waitress who's like 19. Everybody, even the manager looks like he's 19. Like everybody there looks way too young to be running a restaurant. And she's like,
I love fancy,
she writes
I
down.
love just for a second, I love fancy restaurants during like a labor shortage.
Yeah.
Because
hilarious.
the facade is just fucked.
It's not even a fancy restaurant, but it's just like it's a
No.
chain. And so our server's like this cute little girl, but she's like literally writing out the full dish like she on her paper. She's like, just a minute, okay. And then like we're like, well, what kind of booze? Oh, we don't have alcohol. We don't have our license yet. Like all this stuff, and she was so cute and like forgot everything, ordered wrong stuff. The food that we did get was good. But then at the end, we were just like splitting it 3 ways, like between me, my brother, and my sister-in-law. And like we're sitting there watching her for 20 minutes at this thing. She gets 6 people to come over to help her try to figure out how to split the bill 3 ways.
I'm in the Bermuda Triangle
but
of
then
money.
she comes out and we each have a CSV because she had gone in and like split it 3 ways, but then split it. So it was like a ninth of the spring rolls, a ninth of the dumplings, a ninth. And she's
And
like,
that tax just adds
oh
up.
my God. And she kept on almost dropping everything. And then so she was like, I'm sorry that we're so, I'm like, it's okay. It's your first week. Like, I get it. Like, this is probably your first serving job. And she goes, no, this is my third.
It's like,
Yeah. Oh, and then like, she's like for dessert.
In a short time frame.
She was like, well,
my
what do you
third
have for
serving
dessert?
job.
Well, we have this great wall of chocolate cake or something. It's just so ridiculous. And she's like, it's 1,500 calories in one piece. And I'm like, I don't think you should be telling people that. But, oh my God. It was.
It's really tough to do like Chinese food and then have like Chinese stuff.
Yeah.
And then like the Great Wall of Chocolate. Like, okay.
so
but you're going to
ridiculous.
forget about the Uyghur concentration camp dumpling.
Yeah.
You know, like it's hard to forget about the human rights violations
Yeah.
when you're running like, you know, you can have a Chinese food restaurant where you kind of like forget about.
Yeah.
We have Tiananmen Squares.
Tiananmen Rice Krispie Squares. That's what I almost just said.
I'm surprised they don't have those. Just little fucking, you know, tanks that you eat.
Ming Dynasty rolls. No.
But it was good food.
It was good. It was expensive. Like, I mean, but it's, I don't know.
And now you guys are, because you guys are going to renew your vows pretty soon.
Yeah, we're renewing vows. It's basically though, it's so like it's because of fucking COVID. Like because we had one wedding that none of Adam's family could go to, and now we're having another wedding that none of my family is going to. They're all like, we already did this. We're not coming.
Well, yeah. For me,
So-
it's just like I don't have much money. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I got a holiday.
But it's so funny because I've been inviting people, and then they're like, I'm so sorry we can't be there. I'm like, yeah, but I just invited you because I wanted you to come, but also I didn't want you to be like, well, why wouldn't she invite me? Because that's the worst part about weddings is like, if you don't invite one person and then they get mad, but then like they can't come and they're like, I'm so sorry, my presence won't be there. This is probably going to break your heart. And I'm like, well, no, it's like less money for us.
Yeah.
But like, it's just like, yeah, but it's going to be fun. I was not excited about it last week or last month, but I'm getting excited because it's going to be fun.
And you got to be like the first. You got the first wedding, the big one in front of your family and friends.
Yeah.
He gets the sort of sloppy seconds wedding.
Right? And and I get to wear my dress again, which is like, it's expensive dress. Might as well get to wear it again. And we're just going to drink and...
You'll be able to. It'll be fun.
It'll be fun.
It will be a good time.
It's just basic. And everyone's like, well, like, what's like, do we have to dress up? I'm like, it's just a fancy barbecue. It's like wear shorts and a...
Yeah, wear pleated shorts.
Wear pleated shorts. Please. It's a pleated short dress code. Even for the ladies. Just everyone in pleated shorts, please.
Yes. You can wear... ladies can wear just a short sleeve chemise with shoulder pads. What? Like, make them wear 80s shit. Oh, you can wear whatever you want, like, just as long as it has shoulder pads and the pants are pleated.
80s theme. That's what we're doing. And I'm going to Stampede this week because my friend
Stampede
has tickets. And
what is at the Stampede aside from horse death?
Food and getting drunk. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I am going to chuck wagon races.
It's funny, comedy like tried to compete with, it's funny watching comedy like, oh, hey, like when the Calgary club opened, it was like, cool, like the Stampede is happening really close to the club. We're going to be able to sort of like jimmy some of those people. Not at all. Don't
they close down this week or something? They're not even open.
They basically do close. They're like, nobody
There's no point. Nobody comes.
Everybody's Stampede. And then people that normally would come to your club are like, oh, God, that's so close to the Stampede.
Yeah.
So they don't even come.
Yeah, so people that don't want to go to Stampede don't care. Yeah, so it's not a good place. But yeah, that's how it... But no, I'm not working that much in July. I tried to get some stuff, but I didn't try that hard. But I'm working in August, I guess. But
it's good to have a month off.
It is nice to have a month off, especially in the summer.
It's good to be stranded with your own thoughts.
Yeah, I love it. It's so nice.
Yeah, stranded on an island.
I have an air conditioner in my house, though, so that's okay. I just sit in my bedroom because it's in my bedroom. Everywhere else is boiling hot, but the bedroom is like refrigerator.
So that's where the dogs and cats go?
That's where I go with the dogs and cats, yeah.
Oh, God. You're one of those people, like, do all the animals go with you everywhere?
They follow me. I always invite them. Eugene has a little crate that he sleeps in at night because it's better for him.
It's better for him. We've all decided.
Yeah, he actually is better for him. And then, Dottie sleeps in the bed with me. And then the cats will, like, jump up on Dottie and anyway.
Dottie doesn't like it?
No, but I don't know.
I hope you guys have a good second wedding.
I'm sure we will. It'll be fun. But it's so, like it's so weird because, like, COVID, I'm like, I didn't get to have like the actual wedding I want, because weddings are supposed to be like all your friends and family meet. And it's literally like the total opposite for these. It's like, no, it's like a junior high dance. My family stays at this wedding and your family stays at that wedding, and neither the two shall mingle.
Yeah. It's just the problem with having a destination wedding in two places nobody wants to fucking go.
It's Edmonton or Fort Langley.
Yeah. You're like,
we wanted to do a destination wedding, but it was just like, we wanted to do a Mexico wedding, but it was
that would have been pretty cool. It would have been too much for you guys. Yeah. You guys would have exploded. Somebody's heart would have exploded. Somebody would have fallen off of the top of a hotel.
Well, look at the wedding we had in the backyard in Edmonton. Yeah, I guess so. Someone would have died at that wedding.
Doing fucking street coke off of a goddamn power box in a front yard. They're like, what's in this? Synthetics? It tastes like synthetics.
So many people were like, that was the best wedding I've ever been to.
Yeah. It
started at like 11 a.m. and it was done by 9. Like my aunt's backyard was empty at 10 p.m.
Yeah, I remember looking at the time and being like, we've been drinking for a long time.
We left to go get pictures done and came back, and it was probably about 1.
The neighbors must have been pretty cool because I never saw any of them like, what in the
They were
Sam
there.
hell?
They were there. We invited them.
That's good.
Well, yeah, if you're going to have a party, you invite the neighbors. Let them come and have fun. Like one of the guys to the, he showed up wasted because he was out and he locked himself out of the house. So he's like, "Can I just come hang out here until my wife gets home?" We're like, "Of course."
God, if I just locked myself out of my house, I wouldn't be like, "Fuck." Oh well, I guess I'll go to that wedding next door. I would just sit there like, "Fuck, can't believe I'm not inside." There's got to be one window that's loose. Cut to 5 minutes later.
I'm gonna go Jean Benet our basement.
A brick through the smallest window. A brick through a window I can't fit through. That's smart.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, now I'm just, I'm so sorry.
Now you're melting.
I'm
Well,
melting.
we've already done too much podcasting anyway. We'll save it for next time.
Save it for next time.
And we've also got that Hunks pod coming out.
Yeah.
That was sort of it's easier to do that podcast.
Yeah, because we had to do nothing.
They set everything up.
Yeah.
They do, well, Jim does that, but then they
Jim,
bring up topics.
Yeah.
And then we're like, I don't know.
It was fun. It was a good time. It's a very good I say it's a good one. I would say
What are their rules? You have to like say two things
Two
that are
truths
true
and
and
a
one
lie.
one
And
lie
he made
or
it
whatever.
funny, and they're like, no one's ever done that before.
But I thought that's what you were supposed to do. I was just like, my dad's cat just died. My dad's cat is fine. My dad's cat doesn't go through as much food as it used to. And then they're like, "Oh, well played." And I'm like, "What do you mean?"
No one's ever done that. It's usually like three completely different.
Yeah, usually the people, they're desperate to tell stories, so they just tell three. Probably it's like three jokes they're working on.
Probably,
and
yeah.
they try to like pass it off as like two truths and a lie.
Yeah.
I went with the direct route.
Yeah,
Here
and
are
then
three short sentences. You figure it out.
And then I just did jokes. Things
you
about
did a
my dad
joke.
and cat because I didn't prepare. I never prepare.
Prepared.
We never prepare though.
I guess we don't need to explain to people what it's going to be like because it'll be an episode.
It'll be an episode, yeah.
All right.
I just want to say I'm glad that you made it. I'm glad that you survived your sexual assault by the ocean.
If I didn't die, then this podcast, you'd have to carry on.
Well, we'd get someone else, but
Dead Adult Sean
yeah,
podcast.
we call it Dead Adult Sean in your honor.
Dead Uncle Sean's podcast.
Dead Uncle Sean.
Do 2 more episodes and shut her down.
Let's go to Disneyland.
It's what he would have wanted. He would have wanted us to try for a short period of time and then quit. Oh, wow.
Thank you for being alive.
Thanks for being on your podcast. Thanks for trying to save my life, you fucking idiot.